We ain't got the IG. My fault. We gotta get that IG set up. We gotta get that IG set up. Quickstart. Let's get it. Let's get it. As you guys get up in here, drop those questions in the chat, man. You see what we're doing today? We got that LLC Quickstart guide. We got to do some business stuff today. Business Wednesday. Business Wednesday. Current entrepreneurs, my future entrepreneurs, we got to be compliant. All right? We have to be compliant. Yeah, IG's not even on. Let me fix this. IG, hold on. I see y'all. I see y'all. My bad. My fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. It should be good to go now. IG, there we go. All right, let's go. We live on IG. Where else we live on? Facebook, YouTube. IG, Facebook, YouTube. As you guys get in here, drop your credit questions in the chat. You know we do personal credit also, but Business Wednesday, man. We got to start doing some more business stuff. All right, Business Wednesday. Got to start doing some more business stuff in here. All right, but as you guys get up in here, you can drop your questions in the chat. I'm Lewis, owner of King Credit Services, top-rated credit management company in San Diego, top-rated in California. We are also nationwide. If you need credit help, business credit help, anything like that, you can put that there. Give me the word ready. Let's get it. Let's get it. I go live twice a day, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific time. Come on here to answer people's credit questions, personal credit, business credit, budget. We talk about a whole bunch of different stuff on here. So if you tuned into the live earlier, we broke all this stuff down. Hola, hola. Julie, what's up? On IG, what's up, y'all? Why are you showing the business credit fast track? My bad, my bad, my bad. I just got that on here so it can have something up there. All right, just got something up there so you can have something up there. Got it. The link, oh yeah, I turned my page into a personal page. I gotta change it. Back. Need to join you to get started. Nilu, let's work. Habla español. Really, poquito. We have a Spanish department though. Andrea, she runs my Spanish department. Spanish speakers. If you need assistance with that credit, we got you too. Yeah, Nilu, just shoot me a DM. Or we can go right here. Join. And you can go right there. JoinKingCredit.com. All right, let's jump into it, man. Let's jump into it. TikTok, what's up, man? Lala, can I have business credit collection gone from personal credit report? Yeah, you can treat that. You treat like a regular collection, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get removed because they're usually a little bit more diligent on that personal side. So that means you defaulted on the business side, and then you defaulted on the business side, and then now it's reporting on your personal. And they do that from time to time. But yeah, we can definitely help you out. If you need assistance, personal credit, business credit, whatever it is, you guys can click that Service Plus button right there. You see that Service Plus? Shoot me a DM. Give me the word ready. I got a big car repair. I got 0% introductory. Wait. I got a big car repair. Okay, I got a 0% intro card for, okay. Should I make small payments or whatever you can afford, bro? It's gonna kind of going to be up to you, right? Kind of going to be up to you. But if I had the money, I would just knock it all out and then just make sure you pay that balance off on that credit card, before that 0%, before that 0% time frame runs out. Okay. Nilu, what's up? Do you help with LLC? Yeah, we can help you with LLCs. Yeah, we're actually going to go over that right now. We're going to go over that LLC Quickstart guide right now, so you can start your own You know, the LLC, you can do the LLP, you can do your S corp, C corp, however you want to do it. We're gonna break that down real quick. All right, let's go, let's go. As you guys get up in here, drop those questions in the chat. Y'all share, 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 repost, repost, repost. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Does that affect my credit card at once? I mean, yeah. So when you add, when you use your card, you're gonna have utilization on that card. You're gonna have a balance. So, um, yeah. Anytime you spend money on your credit card, it's gonna affect your utilization if you let it report. Okay, if you let it report. Yes, we do over here on IG. Let's get it. Discussing business, getting the word ready. Let's go. I just wrote you and followed you. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. You guys are being super busy too. I didn't even get to check the DMs from earlier. So if you shot me, if you DM me the word ready, and my social media manager didn't reach out to you yet, I will reach out to you after this live. All right, Neil, what's going on, man? JSD Car Magic Touch LLC, what's going on, bro? What's going on? All right, man, let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. All right, how can I do this? Let me see. I'm not going to be able to see the screen. All right. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to turn this camera around so y'all can see the actual Google Doc, and then we'll break this down real quick, and then we'll do some more Q&A. All right. Let me share this real quick. Like that right there. You guys should be able to see that. All right, there we go. All right, Instagram. I can't see your screen anymore, so I'm gonna have to flick back and forth. All right, I'm gonna have to check on y'all back and forth. All right, let me share my screen over here for YouTube and Facebook. All right, let's get it. Yeah, TikTok look cool. TikTok is good. TikTok is good. Let me take this out right here. All right, let's go. Y'all should be able to see that. Let me see. Can Instagram see that? Let me see. It's a little bit. All right, y'all should be able to see that. All right, cool. All right, hey, we're doing what we gotta do, man. I'm making this work. We're making this work. Let's get it. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Step-by-step LLC Quickstart guide. You guys, this is just the Quickstart guide. You're not getting super in-depth with it. If you need the hands-on training and all that, go to www.moneymoves.group. If you need help with your personal credit or business credit, y'all know where to go. You can click right there, DM me the word ready. Let's jump into it, man. It's Business Wednesday. Let's do some business stuff. All right, so step one, this is before you do buy anything. All right, Secretary of State. All right, do a Secretary of State search for your name just to make sure it's not taken in your state. This is basic. All right, this is basic. All right, so you do some game planning on a couple names, then you go to Secretary of State. You can just type in Secretary of State and your state, Secretary of State, California. It'll pop up. All right, you ain't got to go to sos.ca.gov. Just type in Secretary of State or Sec of State and your state initials. It'll pop up. Right, once you get up in there, you just click name search. It's really easy to find. All right, next, you're going to do a USPTO search, trademark search, all right, to avoid trademark conflicts, right? I've gotten, not in trouble with this, but, I've gotten a letter in the mail before. A little cease and desist. All right, a little cease and desist. Let me check. IG, I still see y'all. Y'all can drop that question in the chat, too. I'll just click back and forth. Okay? I got hit with a little cease and desist letter. All right, I've started many businesses. Got a lot of different domains, got a lot of different LLCs, and this is before I knew all this knowledge, right? I just went to Secretary of State and start doing stuff. Okay, you got to be careful doing that. So, right, you want to make sure that the name isn't trademarked. Right, easy work. Google test and domain availability. Make sure the .com is available. All right, make sure that .com is available. That's still the most widely used, even though .ai, is on the rise. .co is still cool. .org for your nonprofits and stuff like that. But .com is still the number one right now. All right, then the radio test. If someone hears your name once, can they spell and remember it? Can they spell or remember it? Right? Or it has to be so unorthodox, all right, that people don't even know what it is. Right? When you say Nike, you don't really know. If Nike wasn't shoes, if someone just told you that, you wouldn't even know what that is. Right? Hermes, you don't know what that is. Balenciaga, you don't know what that means. Right? But the brand and the shoe and the clothing is all attached to it. So you can do that with your names too. Even if you're in the services business, whatever type of business that you have. All right. Radio test. All right, so next, avoid restricted high-risk words. Anything, credit, loans, insurance, bank funding, mortgage, cannabis, real estate. All right, now coaching. All right, is in that high risk now too for some reason. All right, so we want to avoid all those. Right, I wish I would have knew that when I started my business. Okay, I wish I would have knew that. All right, it took me a long time. Okay, it took me about 3 or 4 years of tax returns showing good revenue and all that good stuff to actually get the funding that we should be getting. All right, so I want y'all to avoid that. You don't have to go through that. Right, as you can see, example story right there. Right, I had to do a couple different DBAs. Right, because King Credit Services has credit in it. All right, makes the company look high risk to banks and lenders. Fundability matters as much as branding. All right, yeah, branding is cool. Okay? Being able to market it is cool, but we want to be able to get funded. Right? We're trying to get paid. Right? We don't want our name to restrict us. Okay? 2, let me check IG real quick. IG, y'all good over here? Let me check YouTube and all that. Y'all good over here? All right, y'all. Yeah, as you get in here, you can drop your questions in the chat, man. If you need anything from me, you can always click right here. DM me the word king. DM me the word ready, or click that service plus button over here. All right. I know it's a little makeshift right now, y'all, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We put it over here. All right. Oh, yeah, that works. That works right there. All right, let's go. Let's keep it going. All right, pick the right Nexus code. NAICS. All right, Nexus code defines your industry in the eyes of banks and lenders. Right? You can have a good name, but if your Nexus code is trash, they don't connect it to that. You still won't get funded. So you need the low risk name and the low risk Nexus code. Right? I have 541611. That's the one I use. But I still have credit in the name. So, right, the Nexus codes identify you, but when they type your name into Google and it has credit in it, they still don't like that. So even though you're in the right industry, the right Nexus code, it still don't matter. Right? They're still going to attach that to your name. Dondre, what's up, man? What's going on? What's going on? Naquan, what's good? What's good? Let's go. Let's get it. The other good one is 541618. Credit management, other management consulting. Other management consulting. That's another easy one right there. Right? Real broad. You can do a lot of different things with when your Nexus code is broad like that. High risk. Examples to avoid. I see a lot of these all the time. Right? I see a lot of these all the time. People be like, oh man, you said I was going to get 150K. I only got 30. Well, I asked you in the intake form, what's your Nexus code? You left it blank. You was trying to hide the fact. You know what I'm saying? Now, you only got 50K instead of 250. It'd be like that. All right? It'd be like that. But now, you can do DBAs, you can change your name, you can do all kind of different stuff. But just know, if you have one of these Nexus codes right here, it's not going to be the best for you. You have to put in a lot of work. All right? You have to put in a lot of work. All right? Stay as general as possible. All right? Stay as general as possible. Yeah? Let me see. Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all can shoot me a DM anytime, wherever you at. If you're watching on IG, YouTube, Facebook, you guys can shoot me a DM anytime during the live. All right, or after the live too. All right, let's jump into it. 3. Now that we did our name search, we did a little research for the name, we make sure the radio test, we got the domain, make sure that's all good to go. Access code is lit. Now we're going to do our LLC. You can do it manually. All right, you can do it manually. That same site up here. All right, that same site. Now we did the name search. You're going to go back. All right, you're going to file your articles. Okay, it's called a little bit. Sometimes it's called something different in different states, but it's pretty much articles of incorporation. Okay, articles of incorporation or articles of organization. All right, they're synonymous. Okay, or you can go to a site called Busy, right? bizee.com. It used to be InkFile. You can go there and they do all this stuff for you for a small fee. That's who I use. Okay. I choose a registered agent every time, but you don't have to. You can use yourself as a registered agent. Okay. That registered agent, that's just the person that's going to be front facing and who's going to receive all the documents and stuff like that. Okay. And then you have pay the state filing fee, ranging from $550 to $500, depending on the state. Right, depending on what state you're in. That's why, right, we want to file ours. And if you guys want the full breakdown of all this, it's in the group, www.moneymoves.group. This is just a little quick start. All right. But yeah, you know, Delaware, Nevada, Wyoming, right? Those are the states that you really want to file in. And then you can do foreign entities for whichever state that you're actually doing business in. Okay. 4, get your EIN. You can do this for free also. You can do this free also. All you're going is to irs.gov. Get your EIN. Yes, you need an EIN for your bank accounts, taxes, and funding. Some people, even if you're a sole prop, you can get your EIN too if you don't want to be using your social all the time. You can do that too. Right? Yes, you can get business credit even if you're a sole prop. Right? Even if you're a sole prop, you can still get business credit too. All right. Next, set up business legitimacy. That's just your address, your phone number, and email. All right. I would rather you, I know it says not your home address, but I would rather you have a home address than having a P.O. box or like a Staples address or something like that. I'd rather you have a home address. Well, I see people still get funded with home addresses. Okay. I'd rather you have a home address than that. But if you want to be official, go ahead and get you a Regis. You can type in business offices near me, affordable business offices near me, affordable business addresses near me. You can do that too. All right, you can do that too. All right, secure phone number. All right, business phone number. Look, you want to be separated from your personal. You don't want people, your clients, texting you all day and night. All right, you don't want that. Let me check IG. Somebody said. Yeah, you don't want people texting you, blowing your phone up all day, all night, right? You want to be professional. Keep that shit separate. Okay? Keep that stuff separate. All right, you can get you a nice little ring central if you want to go that route. You know, $20 a month, $30 a month. There's a whole bunch of different options now. Whole bunch of different options now for all this stuff. All right, used to be really one-dimensional. Right? I'd rather you have a damn Google number for $5 a month than use your personal number. All right, next. The professional email. You can use Outlook. You can use Google for this. Real easy to do. Pay the money to do it. Pay the money to do it. Okay. One of the main reasons, besides your personal credit, that people get denied is because their address, their business address, phone numbers all messed up using personal phone numbers or using personal emails. Their addresses don't match on their documents. That's another reason people get denied for funding all the time. Okay, what bank would you recommend? I have my EIN. If you want a quick bank, we can here, shoot me a DM. I'll send you a link to Bluevine. Right, Bluevine, you can, all high risk industries are welcome to Bluevine. They're like more of a fintech bank, but they get you signed up real quick. Shoot me a DM and I'll send you that link. If anybody else needs a business bank account too, you can just shoot me a DM. So I know some banks, they don't rock with high risk. Right, so if you got a high risk business, we went over that earlier. If you got a high risk business, go and shoot me a DM and I got you. All right, I'm in construction. Are you straight? Yeah, construction is straight, but blue line is still cool though. Yeah, construction is not high risk really. It's what's it called? Seasonal low key. It's low key seasonal, right? Because depending on where you at. If you got a construction business in California, you cool. You got a construction business in Minnesota. hey, Bird. You know what I mean? Bird. How are they funding? Literally me. I'm in South. Oh, you good then? You good. Yeah, I'm down here in SD, man. Down in San Diego. How are they funding a blue bond? Just based off your statements, right? Up to 3 to 6 months, they'll base it off of that. You can get business credit cards with them and all that too. But for this, we're really trying to get business credit cards, right? Using our personal info. That's the easiest way to get some funding, especially in the beginning. Right, for those business loans, you got to be in business a couple months, got to have some good revenue and all that good stuff. But yeah, I got you. If you need any more assistance, you have to shoot me a DM. I got you. Let me put it up for you. Or you click that Service Plus button right there, the bottom left, a little orange Service Plus button. You can click right there. All right, let's keep it going. Open up your business bank account. Right, make sure you match your LLC and your EIN. Okay, you're gonna need your articles of incorporation. You're gonna need your EIN and some personal docs. You should be good to go. We want to keep all your expenses and all your stuff separate, you guys. When I first got started, I commingled a lot, right? And they will catch you, especially when you're trying to get some funding. Right? You send in your bank statements and they see DoorDash and Hookah Lounge. They could be like, what's going on? Right? I'll be hearing horror stories. People got the gambling on their thing. You know what I'm saying? They got the gambling stuff on there. DraftKings. Okay? Keep that shit separate. Keep it separate. All right? Let's go. As you get up in here, you guys can drop your questions in the chat too. Make sure y'all give your boy a follow, tap that screen. We're almost getting done with this section. All right, with this part of the live. All right, now number 7. Okay, I gotta do some disclaimers with this too. When we're talking about business credit cards from the bank, they care about your personal credit, 90% personal credit. All right, the other 10% can be, make sure your entity is structured, make sure you got the right docs and all that good stuff. But 90% is based off your personal credit. Okay. Now, when we're talking about, if you want equipment and vehicles and stuff like that, then you can build your DUNS number. You can build your Equifax business. You can business report. You can build up your Equifax and Experian business report too. Okay, a couple other ones you can build up too. But the bank, Chase, Bank of America, the bank don't care about your DUNS number. They don't care about your paydex score. Okay, so if you're trying to net 30 your way out of having good personal credit, it's not going to work. They don't care about your paydex score. All right, they don't. I'm trying to tell you. So don't waste your time. You know how much money, thousands of dollars I spent on Uline, Granger, and all this other shit. I thought if you have, you got your 10, 15 vendor accounts, right? That's cool for the bank. The bank don't care about that. All right. Now, if you want, equipment, vehicles, that type of stuff, then yeah, your paydex score can come into play. Okay. 8, where we at? 8. Protect and scale. Remember I was talking about that trademark stuff earlier. Okay. So we playing the long game. All right, we playing the long game. We want to make sure our name, trademark, clothing line, whatever it is, the phrase is in trademark, right? Because we plan on growing. We want to scale and expand eventually. All right, and your operating agreement. Okay. Operating agreement. Some states require it, but even if they don't, you need to have an operating agreement. Okay? Operating agreement says how business is done. What happens if something defaults, especially if you have a partner or anything like that. You want to have your operating agreement detailed and ready to go. Right? And you can update your operating agreement. You can update your articles of incorporation. You can update your EIN. You can the information on your EIN too. And you can update all this information. It's not one and done. Well, I used to think it was one and done. It's not. You can go change all this shit. Okay? Not the EIN number, but the information, right? The address and all that stuff. You can change that. But the operating agreement is very, very important. All right. Think long-term trust, holding company setups, and future-proof legacy. We go into more of this inside the group on the expanded guide, but yeah, the holding companies and all that stuff. You don't need to worry about that if you just getting started, right? People be trying to do too much when they first get started. Get your personal credit, get your entity set up. Let's get some business credit. Let's make some money first, and then we can worry about all that other shit. All right, people be trying to do too much too early. All right, master the basics, then you expand. All right, master the basics, then you expand. Okay, so the main takeaways from this one, man. Your name and access code determine how banks and lenders see you. Branding is important, but fundability is survival. Pick something memorable, simple, and safe. Don't paint yourself into high risk, all right, to a high risk corner with the wrong name or industry classification. All right, again, if you want the hands-on training, you want to build your business credit up, you need help with your personal credit, and you want to do all this stuff yourself, moneymoves.group, you get a week free, and it's only $17 a month. All right, only $17 a month. But yeah, I'm gonna put this LLC Quickstart guide into the bulletin. The bulletin in my free group right here on TikTok. All right, that bulletin in my free group right here on TikTok. All right, let me change this around. Change this screen around. Let's go. Let's go. All right, that's just a little sneak peek, man. That's just a little sneak peek. All right, that's just the basic stuff. That's just a quick LLC quick start guide. All right, that's just a little quick start guide. So if you got any more questions about any type of business stuff, y'all always shoot me a DM. All right, I'm here to answer questions. Always here to help. All right, here to answer questions. Always here to help. All right. Where we at? Let me change this back around. Yes, sir. All right, man. Thanks for the follow. Raphael, my homie with the with the chicken emoji as a username. McKenna's mom, appreciate the follow. All right. Yeah, Donjay 323K. It just says Atkins Credit Services, bro. I don't actually see the the comment that you put. All right, but yeah, man, Business Wednesday, man. We all got to talk about some business stuff. But now, if you got personal credit questions, you can always drop those in the chat. All right, drop those in the chat. How many DMs we got so far? 6. Damn, that's low. 6. That's low. We need to get to 15. Let's get to 15 before this is over. How much time we got? We got a good 30 minutes left. Good 30 minutes left. We can get 9 more than 30 minutes. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, let me see back over here. Let me see on Instagram. No, nothing over here. YouTube. Why do I need personal credit for my business credit? So you have to think about it. Always view things from the lender's perspective, right? It makes shit a lot more easier. When you change your perspective on things, you stop thinking like a consumer. All right, you really stop thinking like a consumer. So let's just go Chase. All right, Chase, you got a brand new business. All right, brand new business to a bank is literally anything 2 years and younger. 2 years and younger, you still a baby. Think of your business as a person, right? 2 months, that's an infant. 2 years old, that's a toddler, right? Think about it like that. So why would Chase, let's say your business is 3 months old, right? LLC is cool, you barely making any money. All right, why would Chase just give you 50K, right? Give you 2 business credit cards or whatever they're gonna give you, and your revenue was low and your business is brand new. Okay? They have to, it's all about leverage, it's all about risk, right? So they need some promises, right? If you default on this damn card, who's gonna pay me back? Who's gonna pay me that? Think about it like that. So that's why they make you PG, or personal guarantee, for your business. When your business ain't got no tax returns yet, you ain't making no money yet, you barely proving the concept. So why would I give you a bag? You know what I'm saying? You give you a bag, you ain't, hey, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do with 50K yet. Ain't planned it out or nothing. Ain't ran ads yet, right? You brand new. Okay, so that's why you have the personal guarantee for your business, right? When it's new. And if you high risk, all right, you better be in it for the long haul. You're going to need 3 years, 4 years tax returns before you can even begin to get some actual loans, funding, not just business credit, but actual loans from the bank. It's going to be a while. All right, it's going to be a while. Okay, we barely qualifying for the money that I think we should have been getting 2-3 years ago. All right, we file our taxes, we make some good income, right? But King credit is in the name. Credit is in the name, so we're already high risk, even though our taxes code isn't high risk. Okay, so that's why you have the personal guarantee for your business. All right, that's why you got a personal guarantee. And he's saying requirements, business credit requirements. I'll put it up here in the screen in a little bit, but business credit requirements, you guys, like I said, 90% based off your personal credit. So we want you to have a 720 plus. If you want us to help you out with the business credit stuff, you want those higher limits, you can always come over with us, and we will definitely help you out. But 720 plus, right? Why 720 plus? Because everybody's saying 680. We don't want to be like everybody else. We want you to be above and beyond. Right? Somebody coming with a 680, somebody coming with a 730. Who getting chosen? A 730. All right, we're talking about FICO 8s too. I know this is all client results, you guys. Everything I show is all client results in the background right on TikTok. But yeah, so 720 plus. If you got a 680, we can definitely still work with you. But it probably won't be, probably won't get the 150, the 170, the 180s and all that. You'll probably be in that, 75 to 100 range, which is still cool. Right? Because these are 0% interest business credit cards. All right, let me help you out there. All right, so 680, we want you to have 720 plus. No negatives, no charge-offs, collections, recent late payments, bankruptcies, repos. Okay, the last 10 people who've reached out to us trying to get some business credit, they had collections and paid charge-offs and shit on their report. I'm like, dude, you're not getting approved. Oh, so-and-so said, well, no, they lying to you. So-and-so don't care about your well-being. So-and-so, yeah, so-and-so. They capping, all right? You're not getting business credit cards with negative shit on your report. That's what the personal credit repair comes in. That's what it's for, especially if you're a business owner. If you're a business owner and you got bad personal credit, your only objective should be to fix your personal credit. Nothing else. Okay? That should be your main objective. Well, running a business and making a little income too, but getting good personal credit, that's going to catapult you up to where you want to be. All right? You know how much further you can be if you can go get 150K in business credit and use that as marketing. You ain't got to bootstrap it. You ain't got to use your personal funds for your business. All right? That's the dream. I'm 20 with a 755. Good shit. All right? So 720 plus, you can go as low as a 680. No negatives on your report. If you have negatives on your report, let's work. You can click right there. All right, 2 more DMs. What is that, 8? All right, let's go. We need 7 more. Give me the word ready if you're trying to work on that personal credit. All right? 680 plus, we want you to have a 720 plus, though. 680 is the minimum. All right, no negatives, collections, charge-offs. All right, repos, bankruptcies, child support, evictions, broken leases, hella inquiries. Okay, you got to get that stuff removed. That's what credit repair is for. And when I say credit repair, I'm not talking about no FTC reports and credit sweeps and glitches. All right, all that shit is scam. That's fraud. All right, Lee, I got you. Yep. All that shit is fraud. So if you're looking for a credit sweep, go somewhere else. All right, if you want to do this shit one and done. Be done with it. You never have to do it again. Don't have to worry about accounts coming back and all that shit. Yeah, let's tap in. All right, tap in. All right, so no negatives. Next, it's easy after that. 3 of your own personal credit cards. 3 of your own personal credit cards. All right, utilization. Okay, utilization, 25% or less. 25% or less. All right, utilization, 25% or less. And then 15K of overall credit. Right, 15K of overall personal credit. We can use authorized users for this. Right, so let's just say you got a 3K, and a 4K. Right, that's 10, right? That's 10K right there. Let's say you add another, add an authorized user for 10K on it. Now we got 20, right? So that takes us over that 15K threshold right there. All right, that takes over that 15K threshold. Let me check Instagram. Yes, sir. Yeah, IG. Y'all can shoot me a DM over here too. Okay. You shoot me a DM too. All right. So now we're over that 15K threshold. That's really it, right? That's really it. The most thing that stops people from getting business credit is their personal credit, or the addresses on their docs not matching. Right. That's really the 2 big things people get denied. All right. So if you have and late payments, even if you have a late payment that's over 2 years old, we can even work with that. If you got 4 recent late payments within the last 2 years, it's like, you gotta clean that shit up too. All right. Do banks respect authorized user knowing that it's not your credit score? That's why you use authorized users to enhance your profile, not to build it up. All right. So that's why you gotta have your own accounts ready. You got 5 or 6, 7 of your own accounts, and you add an authorized user or 2 on there for the age and to increase that overall available credit. Then yeah, that's what you use it for. But people be trying to use authorized users to build their profile up. That's not how you do it, right? A lender pull your credit, you got 16 authorized users and 1 credit card of your own. That don't make no sense. You're gonna get denied. Right? Your score might be high, but profile is trash. All right, remember, you get approved or denied based on your profile, not your score. All right, you get approved or denied based off of your profile, not just score. All right, so yeah. Once you get those qualifications in, you're good to go. All right, you are good to go. Is it possible to clean up recent late payment stuff? Yeah, it is possible. It just takes a lot more work than what people are willing to put in. Okay. So what we're looking for on late payments, open accounts with late payments, we're looking at the payment history, right? We're looking for discrepancies on there. If you're late 4 times in a row and it says 30, 30, 60, 30, or something like that, right? It should say 30, 60, 90, 120. Or if you check the payment history, you go down to the beginning and your card opened up August 2019, but it's only start reporting at October 2019. That's missing a couple months right there of payment history. We can use that against them too. Right? We need some leverage. We need some leverage to get those late payments from you. Now, if there's nothing wrong with the account, all right, nothing wrong with it, we gotta hit them with some goodwill adjustments. Goodwill adjustments still do work, but people just don't do it enough. All right? Calling 1 time is not going to work. Sending 1 goodwill letter is not going to work. I called over 50 times for 1 30-day late. All right, with Chase. I called over 50 times for 1 30-day late. Okay? So yeah, different ways to attack late payments. All right, different ways to attack lates. All right, click right there. If you guys need business credit help or personal credit help, you can click right there. Let's work. What else we got? Can you get denied for too many inquiries? Of course. Inquiries can get you auto denied. 1,000%. Look, here's the rule about inquiries, bro. If you apply 2 times, you apply for something, and you get denied for the Capital One card, then the Discover card, stop applying. All right? You should stop applying on that first card, actually, because when you apply and you get denied, they send you that adverse or send you that denial letter, right? They might email it to you, too, right? They might even email it to you. It tells you exactly why you got denied, right? So if it says something like, utilization too high, pay your shit down. Let it report, we're going to come back next month, all right? Too many recent inquiries. All right, you can attack inquiries, not attached to open accounts. And we want to get on the phone and start knocking out some of those inquiries. Yes, you can get inquiries removed as long as it's not attached to an open account. Calling is the quickest way to get inquiries and personal info updated and removed. Okay. If it says derogatory accounts, you already know. we got to attack all that stuff. Collection accounts, you already know you're not getting approved. If you got collections or charge-offs or recent late payments, you shouldn't be applying for nothing anyways. If your utilization is over 30%, 40%, you shouldn't be applying anyways. All right. If you have more than, let's say you got more than 10 inquiries in the last 30 days. All right. Last 30 days, you shouldn't be applying for nothing anyways. All right. Stop hoping and guessing. All right. Stop hoping that they're gonna let you slide. They're not. All this shit is automated anyway. All right, so if you got 50 damn inquiries in the last 60 days, yes, you're going to get denied. It's a waste of time to apply. All right, we got to get that right. Okay? These are just algorithms. That's why when you apply online, all this shit is just algorithms. That's the difference between when we're doing the business credit stuff that we just went over. Okay, when you work with somebody like us, or there's many people who do this, who do business credit stuff. I'm not saying we're special or nothing like that, but I am saying that if you work with us, we're helping you apply with actual account managers. All right, junior underwriters, senior underwriters. We're sending your information directly to them so they can input and submit your information without the online stuff. Okay, that's why the limits are a lot higher. That's why the process is expedited. Okay, so that's really the only difference is in applying online or working with someone that's actually can help you with business credit, that actually has relationships with relationship managers and stuff at the bank. That's really the only difference. Okay, that's the only difference. That's the difference between you getting 50K and 150K. That's all it is. Okay, that's all it is. Let me see what else we got. As you guys get in here, drop those questions in the chat. Y'all can tap that screen, repost, share, do all that good stuff. Can you send me the LLC Quickstart guide? If you go to my page and it says free bulletin, all right, I'm gonna put it in there. All right, and you guys, that was just the quick start, right? That's not even really in depth, no links or nothing like that. If you want the in-depth one, you go to moneymoves.group or DM me the word group. All right, you can click right there, shoot me a DM. All right, DM me the word ready if you want that personal credit fix. DM me the word group if you want to learn how to fix this stuff yourself. All right, what else we got? Let me see. What we got? YouTube. What are you talking about? Hi. What's up? What's good? What's good? 19 with a 750. Nice. That's good. Remember, when people are that young, when you're 19, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I see a lot of high scores, but the profiles usually aren't that good. So you want to continue to add positive accounts to your profiles. All right, continue to add positive accounts to your profiles. All right, get credit limit increases, doing all the right things right. All right, using your common sense. Okay, if you got your first credit card for $1,000, right, but you only got $200 in your bank account, you can't spend $1,000. Okay, you can only spend what you can pay back. All right, a couple of years later, as your income improves, as you master your credit cards and all that good stuff, you can take some more risk. But when you're first getting started, you shouldn't be. Don't risk it. All right, don't risk it. All right, man. IG, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm taking y'all off, y'all. IG, YouTube, and Facebook. Y'all go. I'll holler at y'all.